All right, good afternoon, everyone. My name is John Hurley. I'm your judge this afternoon. We're in first appearance court. Yes. Okay, thank you. Okay, today is the day the court determines whether or not there's probable cause. We're not here for a trial. We're not here to determine whether you're guilty or not guilty. You don't need to tell us what happened. You don't need to explain yourself, defend yourself, make an excuse. Not for today. Please save that for your attorney in a private meeting. You have the constitutional right to remain silent. Utilize that right at all times. However, if you give up the right to remain silent, whatever you say today can and will be used against you. Also, if you have a private attorney, when you're called up, let me know who that is. We'll contact your attorney and let them know that you're in court today. Man called Francisco Liscano. Ma'am, you're here on the case?
President
Step
Maine.
right up here to the
Judge
lectern.
Francisco has private attorney.
That's fine. What's the attorney's name? Oh, Glenn, I just saw him. Just have a seat. Don't worry.
Have a seat. We'll come back.
Yeah, just have a seat, sir. All right?
Channel's done?
No. Waiting for
Hey,
his
don't worry about it.
Are you on
Hold on.
JIS? Lost my.
Okay, now, just give me, you know,
Like 19 broke.
Joe Morris,
Main jail.
to domestic battery by strangulation, abusing a child without great bodily harm. Court finds probable cause. State, do you have any priors and need to appoint a guardian ad litem on this case?
No priors, Judge.
No? Okay. No criminal record. Mr. Miller, is there something you'd like to add today?
Yes, Judge. Mr. Morris is a lifetime resident of South Florida. He's been living at the same place for the past year. He works at Teleperformance, been there for 15 months. He has strong family ties, no money in the bank, no real estate. He does have a place to stay, separate and apart from the alleged victim, so that's not going to be a problem. He's hoping his friends will help to bond him out. We're asking for a minimal bond as possible.
Okay. Just let me look.
It's a felony because he said a battery.
Any contact with the alleged victim? No. Okay. So it's alleged you struck your 12-year-old nephew, struck him repeatedly with a belt, causing multiple cuts, welts, and bleeding about his body. Then placed your hands around his neck, 10 to 15 seconds, restricting his airway, making the victim believe he was going to pass out. And allegedly, the alleged victim took money and your cell phone. So, okay. Sir, based on the level of violence, the court's concerned for his safety. The court's going to set your bond on count 1 at $8,500. I know you have no criminal record. Just based on the level of violence and the court's concerned for his safety, your bond count 2 is $1,000. Your total bond's $9,500. The court will order that you have no contact with your nephew as the initials of KM. It's Kilo Mike. No contact directly or indirectly. Don't call him, text him, email him. Stay 500 feet from him at all times. You're not allowed to possess any guns, any weapons, any firearms while you're on release. Thank you.
Were you arrested by yourself?
Come on. Not you.
That's like a daily issue in here.
He's out. It's not true. He's out.
I'm sorry? You're gonna have to speak up because these are my ear right here.
Mr. Linder, may I
Yes,
see you up here
sir.
real quick?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Aaron Konworski.
Yes, sir.
He's president of the Maine. Judge, we got an interesting issue with this case.
Yes, we do.
Okay, what is that issue?
Well, Mr. Konworski is denying these allegations, says he wasn't anywhere near the casino yesterday. But the funny thing is, he was on a GPS monitor yesterday.
I'm on GPS monitor
Okay, I got
and
this.
I'm in a
I
sober
got
house.
Okay. I was wondering if we could get this reset for tomorrow. Ask pretrial to give us a report to see where he was yesterday between between 11 o'clock and 1 in the
You
morning.
know, I'm not gonna, here's the thing. You know, we're not here for a trial. We're not here to, you know, try the facts of the case. We're here to determine whether there's probable cause. And, you know, we start crossing the line where we start turning it into a trial. So I'm
I know,
gonna
but it's so easy to disprove. I mean, it's so easy to prove or disprove.
Well, there's
Well,
also,
Your Honor, you've got the allegations made by the alleged victim in this case don't match what she says happened. So the police officer says she see minor injuries to her face and abdomen.
And I'm arrested at
Okay, I really do have this. She's saying that he is just beating her about the face and neck, you know, brutally from the front seat of the car. These things don't match up. Okay, they pick him up at his house. Okay, and he's saying he's on a GPS monitor that can prove he wasn't anywhere near the casino where she says this happened. So I think it's only fair that we investigate this before we. I mean, it's not like we have to go and subpoena somebody. Pretrial's sitting right next to you, Judge. All you have to do is ask them to give you a report.
So you, right. So there's also another issue. There's a witness.
Yeah, I understand that too.
Right.
So,
Right.
but the witness didn't see anything, Judge.
Okay.
The witness
I'm
puts
gonna-
them together, and they're
I'm
not
gonna-
supposed to be
I'm
together.
gonna, in this now, I'm gonna find probable cause. State, do you have any questions on this gentleman?
Right now, he's out on bond and pretrial release with a GPS monitor for felony battery, prior conviction against the same alleged victim.
Right.
He also, 2007, was convicted of battery. In 2005 in Lee County, he was convicted of domestic violence battery. 2005 in Lee County, grand theft auto, fleeing enforcement.
Wait, what county was that?
Lee, everything but the most recent battery that he's out on is out of Lee County, Judge. 2004 to Lee County, possession of cocaine. He's also got, one moment. Possession controlled substance out of Michigan, 2010. Larceny, less than $2,000, 2010 out of Michigan. Operating while intoxicated, 2002 out of Michigan. Controlled substance, possession of marijuana, Michigan, 99. Other domestic violence arrest. In 98, I have no disposition. Breaking and entering out of Michigan, 98. I mean, it just keeps going on, Your Honor. Receiving stolen property.
Got it. Okay. Now, Mr. Miller, is there anything you'd like to say on behalf of this defendant? Oh, what's the case number, by the way?
14-16.
What is it?
14.
Okay,
16108 CF10A.
go ahead.
That's it.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Miller. Do you have anything you'd like to add today?
Sure. Mr. Konworski, he's been in South Florida for 10 years. He's been at his sober house for the past 90 days. He works for East Coast Boat Lift. He's been there for about a year. He has a 4-year-old son that he takes care of, currently with his sister. No money in the bank, no real estate. Has a place to stay, separate and apart from the so-called victim, and no one to help him.
All right, sir, based on the level of violence, the court's concerned for the safety of the alleged victim, noting that you're out right now on a felony battery against the same victim, the court's going to set your bond today at $10,000, revoke your bond on 14-16108. CF10, you're going to be held without bond until further order of the court. You're not allowed to have any contact, directly or indirectly, with Melissa Williams. No contact with her, directly or indirectly. Stay 500 feet from her at all times. Thank you. Okay. Now, did you call it? Did somebody text?
Yeah, he should be here shortly.
Okay, Wendy Montilla.
Okay.
Wendy?
Can you, okay. All right. You need maybe talk to someone to have them come to my courtroom then. I need to tell the judge something. If it's
She's at North Broward, Your Honor.
stay up.
Ms. Montilla, possession of cocaine, possession of heroin, and drug paraphernalia. The court finds probable cause. Do you have anything to add on this defendant? Could somebody turn on the mic over there at North Broward?
Oh, no. Yeah, just don't
Can you hear me, Ms. Montilla?
What do you got?
The microphone's
Oh,
on, Your
got
Honor.
it. Okay. Ms. Montilla, sir, ma'am, how long have you lived in South Florida?
Almost my whole life.
And are you currently employed?
I was until today.
What type of work were you doing, ma'am?
Sales.
Okay, do you have any money in the bank?
Currently, no.
Okay.
Can we do, there's gotta be something we can do. We can't just accept that they're saying,
Okay.
well, as far as we're concerned, you didn't file it when we know we did.
Ma'am, how old is your daughter?
She's 7.
Does she live with you?
Okay, well, here's the thing.
No,
I'm in court, so I can't
Okay.
do anything, but they're,
Okay, ma'am.
No, and I have a problem with what they're charging me with. I didn't have all that stuff he said that I had.
Right, yes, ma'am. Well, that's why we have trials. You get to trial. If the jury doesn't believe the prosecutor and the police, then, you'll be found not guilty. It does say here that the
That's
arrestee
nothing.
advised this officer that she did not live in the area. This officer asked the arrestee for consent for a pat-down, for any weapons,
could you give?
and with her purse, let me see here.
Just
In her
hold on to
purse
Your copy, because that one should go back to the.
was found a needle filled with liquid, a silver spoon, a pill bottle,
Here,
and
where's your client?
crack cocaine.
That's
got it.
not true.
Okay, ma'am.
Oh, son of a.
Okay, ma'am. I'm going to set your bond. I know you have a prior cocaine. Do you have anyone to bond you out of jail today?
No, not at that kind of money.
Okay, ma'am. Based on your criminal record, the facts of the case, the court's going to set your bond on count 1 at $2,500, count 2 at $2,500. Ma'am, would you like me to put you in the drug program in the jail?
Jones?
Count 3 is 100.
Yeah, we already.
Ma'am, if you can't make bond, would you like to be put in the drug program in the jail?
In 2010.
Can you tell me how much bond is?
$5,100.
No, we haven't gotten to it yet. I'm just telling you, the judge notices.
Would you like me to do that, ma'am?
And I looked into like.
Can you tell me how long the drug program is?
30
He said
days.
the only way, without reading through it fully,
At
would have
least.
been if he held on to some of the stolen property past his probation, but there's nothing.
It's up to you.
If I can't make
So I
money?
told Judge
Right.
frankly, no, there's no VOP here.
Ma'am, I'm going to let it go, all right? If you change your mind, just let somebody know over there, all right? Thank you. Your bond's $5,100. Thank you. Okay. Now, Mr. Shea, would you like to see what we have today for you?
Is this about your guy just got pretrial alimony or something?
Yeah, but. And then we got 2 on the second look docket too. All right. Okay, now, let me ask, Mr. O'Toole, you ready to go?
I have nothing, Judge.
No? Okay.
Thank you. I'm just here.
Mr. Rotterman, take your time whenever you're ready. Just give me a wave. You ready to go now?
Sorry, ahead of me.
I don't know what you're saying.
Afternoon, Your Honor.
Hi, Francisco
Judge,
Lascano. Can I
Yes.
see you up here real quick, Mr.
Yes,
Rotterman?
Judge.
This is
2010 case. He was placed on probation on February of 2013.
Okay. Now,
So it would be bondable, would it not?
Sure.
Yeah, okay, great.
well, not bond, count 3, I'll release ROR. There's not
No,
even a
because
bond
it's
because
up for motion to release
there's no
it, but it's
PC for a violation of probation.
Right.
We're just here to set a bond on 1 and
Okay.
2.
Well, I know I have 2 of his sisters that
Oh,
were-
yeah,
that
absolutely.
contacted me, one of which lives here,
Absolutely.
right here behind me, that
Thank you so
obviously he
much.
lives with.
Okay, let me see Francisco Lascano.
Thank you. I gotta go talk.
Mr. Lascano,
Thank you.
sir, you're charged with burglary and grand theft. You have an attorney representing you in court today. Mr. Rotterman, he's a very fine attorney. He's a former judge here in Broward County. Allow him to speak on your behalf. You don't need to say anything today, all right, sir?
Yeah.
Okay, so, Mr. Rotterman, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon,
So
Your
your
Honor.
client has the burglary, the grand theft, and count 3, the court's not going to find any probable cause, so that'll be released ROR on the probation violation. So,
Judge, I would ask if the court would consider setting a bond on the other one count. I think there's a bond set on count 2. But,
okay, count 1, there's a burglary. I'm going to find probable cause. I found it interesting that they allegedly found, this is back in 2010, found a T-shirt that this defendant allegedly left at the scene of the crime, and the DNA profile came back, and I'll read right out of the police report. DNA taken from the defendant's gray T-shirt recovered from next to the television in the home. The odds of selecting an unrelated individual at random who can match are rarer than 1 in 30 billion. So,
Well, it's a good defense, then, isn't it?
yeah, I think that maybe meets probable cause. Now, State, you want to tell me, he's got a conviction for burglary on count 3?
Yeah, it's he's on probation right now with Judge Bober for burg dwelling and grand theft. He is, from what I'm seeing here, he's on probation till December 18th of this year.
Have you been were you
Judge,
representing him
I'm
on the
the one that
underlying?
initially had his case resolved pursuant to a plea wherein he had adjudication with his place on probation. We were in the process of having his probation terminated early so he could
Right.
possibly, move on with his life. But,
Well, this shouldn't
This showed up, so.
Okay.
I know his sister's here. His other sister's been on the phone with me most of the morning, back and forth.
Understand. Let me ask her to raise your right hand, ma'am. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, put your hand down. Tell me your name.
Francis Liscano?
Okay, Miss Lascano, you're the sister, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, I don't know if I can calm you down, but you're in good hands. Your brother was in good hands with his representation, but this is dated. Your brother's already been on probation and apparently has no violations, right? How long has he been on probation?
Almost 2 years, Your Honor.
He's been on probation. Any violations in that time?
He had one violation for not being home when they came out. It was that he had been late at work. That was reinstated, and he had a dirty urine for, I think, cannabis.
Was that towards the beginning?
Yes, it was
Okay.
reinstated.
So, he's going to get out of jail today. It's just all we're here to do is really figure out what the bond's going to be. So, he's got that prior. You got to withheld on that, right, State?
I believe so.
Mr. Rodman says
I don't
so.
have any reason to doubt Mr. Rodman.
So, tell me about your brother. Does he work?
Yes, he has 2 jobs
What does
at
he
the
do?
moment. He works for a customer service insurance company, and he also valets at night for like a restaurant/club place.
How long has he been down here in South Florida?
My brother's been here since he was 8 years old, so he's been here since elementary all the way to high school.
Does he have children?
Yes, he has a son.
How old's the child?
He's turning 2.
Does he,
Sorry, sir.
is he active in the child's life?
He is, but his
Mother of his child.
the mother of the child, they're not in good terms.
I understand.
So she makes it a little bit difficult. But we love him so much. We always try to be there for.
Have you seen your brother, any changes in your brother over the last couple of years?
Oh yes, sir. His
Tell me
changes
about that.
happened as soon as his son was born. Really,
Really?
I
Has he been try to be a good father as much as he can to the child?
yes,
You know,
he works hard and he tries to do the best
Yeah, that's,
for us as well as
I mean,
for
the
me.
only-
He helps me out a lot. I am a full-time student at
What are you studying?
FAU architecture.
That's great.
And he helps me all the time whenever I need him to take care of my kids. And it's just me, him, and my sister. Our parents are out of the country, so we struggled a lot to make it.
And he lives with you?
Yes, he lives with me.
What would the address be?
It's 3241. Me? No, I don't work. It's pretty much
Who pays the rent?
my husband and
Resident April 5th,
Francisco helps.
2014.
What type of work does your husband do?
My husband owns a shop, a mechanic shop, and pretty much he does like freelance.
Got it. Okay, so what do you suggest for bond on this gentleman? He's already on probation. This is dated.
I understand, Your Honor. I would just be asking for a because of it's alleged the allegation is involves a home. I'd be asking for a $5,000.
What do you think, Mr.
Because it's a third-degree felony.
Thank you.
Second degree felony,
Occupied.
unoccupied dwelling.
I know that you also have a statute of limitations problem too, approximately. So, anyway, the bottom line is that, and also
Now
the
what?
odds, as you indicated,
Probably,
earlier,
what's the statute of limitations for a second degree felony? 5 years?
5 years,
Let me just look. Hold on.
maybe 4 years. Or
Well, it looks like it's,
Right.
6 months off or whatever, but, yeah, that's just, I thought it, is it 6 or, is it 5 or 4?
I thought 4, Judge, but I could be wrong.
Is it 4? So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's 4, he's in luck. Because, I mean, it seems like he's been on probation, he hasn't left the, fled the jurisdiction. So I don't know. I don't have time to look, but that's that may be his escape out of this. But that being said, what about a bond? Do you have any comment about it?
Can we compromise? 2,500 would be a normal bond, and somewhere between 3,500.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take in a lot of consideration here on. He's become a father. I think he's got a very sincere sister, and
2 of them.
yeah, and you know what, I'm going to set his bond, and believe me, we don't usually do this, but I'm going to take a lot into consideration today. I'm going to set his bond at $1,500. All right? So I undercut both the state and the defense. All right?
Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. You're quite impressive. I wish you the best.
Thank you so much.
And you being here helped your brother out a lot. Because I know that if you're in his life, you seem like you're a great influence. And I actually did think your brother, by what you told me, has probably turned his life around.
He has.
And this goes back to 2010. So he's had a child, and apparently, from what you're telling me, he's holding down a couple jobs, helping support the family. So you know what? I think he deserves a little bit of a break. Not to excuse what allegedly occurred,
Yes.
but I'm saying for bond, I'm going to give him a little break today, all right?
Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. Thank your attorney, all right?
Oh yes, I love this attorney.
Good luck. Take care, Mr. Ottoman. Thank you.
Good luck. Carry on.
Straight out to the back, bro. Right now, I have
Okay.
down blue on the other side.
Now, Mr. You ready to go on the municipal ordinance cases? Okay. Let's go with, I'm going to get Mr. Lanius out of here real quick. Let me call up, hold on one moment.
It's something we got to talk to about that. So, we'll schedule time at that point.
Okay. Now, may I see Laura Dushan? Laura?
Then you would think you would like have an X through it or something.
Excuse me, ma'am. Hi, you're charged with a municipal ordinance violation, ma'am. Open container of alcohol. And let me ask you, I don't know how long she's been in jail.
Just
Overnight?
a night.
All right.
Your Honor,
Linus, how do you feel about
in
this?
this defendant has had quite a extensive list of municipal ordinance violations. I would ask that she be conveyed an offer of adjudication in 5 days prior to county jail.
Well, I got to tell you something. I mean, just from a compassionate standpoint, I'm afraid that if she keeps drinking, she won't be with us a whole lot longer. You know?
That's absolutely accurate, Your Honor.
And I smoke too.
And she smokes.
Cigarette. I'm not gonna stop. I'm over 50. They keep wanting to trach me and stuff, and my son comes right over and says, "Don't trach her." They all sleep like that. It's the way we sleep. We look dead. We snore.
Okay. What I'm going to do is, ma'am, I assume you don't have any. Can I show you? Yeah. Ma'am, I assume you don't have any money, correct? And you're not working?
Oh no, I work.
What do you do for
But
work?
I get construction cleanup after demolition.
Do you have any money to bond out with?
My ex will pay it.
There you go. He'll pay what? There you go, Patrice. It's for you.
The bond.
All right. Ma'am, I'm going to set your bond at $100. I'm going to appoint Steve Shade to represent you. I'm going to send this over to Judge Lerner Wren. All right? Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you.
Mr. Shade. Okay, what about Ricky Lindley?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Lindley, you have a warrant on a municipal ordinance for open container of alcohol. Do you have any
Yes, sir.
comment about this?
Yes, Your Honor. I believe maybe we can check with the state attorney. I've looked up the background, and it seemed like he had quite a amount of second and third degree felonies. I don't know if any of those were violent. I didn't have the opportunity to
State,
check.
can you tell me one of two things? Is he a sex offender? Number two is, when was the last time he was in custody?
Well, the second question, I can get that for you a lot easier. I need a BCCN number.
It is 792293.
Okay. Last arrest
No,
was
not a sex
August
offender.
7, 2012.
Okay, so it's kind of dated.
Adjudication costs.
I was on a Berg dwelling.
5 days prior to
yeah.
county jail, Your Honor.
You know what?
I'm not sure.
5 days.
Okay, sir, you want to resolve it today? You want to just plead no
Yes, I
contest?
do want to.
Case
No
is over with.
contest.
You're done.
I'll be going home today.
Well,
I mean, go
you'll
wherever
be
you
lit
want.
out of jail. Where you go after that's up to you. All right.
I go to 63rd Johnson and Piers, man.
All right. Now, if
see
you
you
plead
soon.
no contest, I'm just going to adjudicate you guilty. That's the end of it. You're
That's
done.
the end of it, sir.
Now, let me ask you: do you need me to appoint an attorney? I've got one in the courtroom to
No, I
sit
don't need an
down
attorney,
and go
sir.
over this with you.
No, sir.
It's not that complicated. It's just carrying an open beer. So, can you go without an
Okay.
attorney?
I mean, yeah, I can go without an attorney, sir.
Okay. How do you plead?
What's the
No
answer?
contest, sir.
Okay, sir, I'll accept that adjudication. Time served. Thanks. Good luck.
Happens all the
Thank
time.
you.
All right. Now, I think we're done with Hollywood.
That's
Now,
it, Your Honor.
We're going to go with Elizabeth Kirkpatrick.
Yeah. Look here, Patrice.
Kirkpatrick's North Broward, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Kirkpatrick, you're charged with a municipal ordinance violation. And open alcoholic beverage. And
I've seen him since my
court
surgery.
finds probable cause. When was the last time that Miss Kirkpatrick was through here?
Just seen her BCCM.
It is,
That man knows.
okay. What do you know about it, Mr. Landere?
You have to use your brain.
Right. Okay.
I understand they're still supposed to.
And what do you,
So ridiculously mature.
Yeah.
what's the new one?
Judge, I just need to advise the court nobody can hear the prosecutor speaking.
Yeah, you may need to scoot over. Okay,
Thanks.
go ahead.
Judge, she has a new case, 2015 case, recent, it's an open container. And,
Hi.
Judge, it's all the same.
What? You know what? Ma'am, I'm just,
How about SAP, Judge?
So scared.
ma'am, would you like me to put you in the 30-day alcohol program in the jail? Maybe that'll help you with the alcohol issues. Would you like me to do that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm gonna leave your bond at $500. I'm gonna send you to Judge Lerner Wren. Do you have any money in the bank, Ms. Kirkpatrick?
No, Your Honor.
Are you employed?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna appoint an attorney to represent you, Mr. Shade, all right?
I know
Yeah.
that.
Thank you, ma'am.
So we should.
Ted Gardner.
It's that's a very straightforward question.
It's going to get your license reinstated. Doesn't leaving this case out.
Okay.
There's only one.
Osvaldo Valle, John Johnson, and Jeffrey Jones. Whoops, sorry. I'm skipping around here, sorry.
You know yourself. I don't know. Okay.
All right, Mr. Valle, you're charged with count 1, a municipal ordinance violation, count 2, municipal ordinance violation, count 1 is petty theft, count 2 is petty theft. Those are failures to show up in court. Do you know what he allegedly took, Mr. Monterey? Do you know?
That's
Yeah. You got Valley, Johnson,
Are you working at this time, Mr. Valle?
I work for myself, but while I was in the reason I failed to appear because I was in the Salvation Army program on Broward Boulevard, so I stayed there 17 months, and they slipped my mind, and here I am.
Well, I got a feeling. Oh, yeah, slipped your mind. I can understand. 2 times. Let me ask you. Are you currently employed?
I'm self-employed, sir.
What type of work is that, sir?
I do painting, construction.
Do you have any money in the bank?
No, I don't, sir.
Do you have a place to live at this time?
I'm staying with a friend in Hollywood.
How long have you? Well, I have a Fort Lauderdale address for you. You live at the
Which one is that?
924 Northwest First.
Oh, yes. I moved to Hollywood with my friend. I used to stay there.
Okay, Mr. Landere, do you know what he was allegedly taking?
Judge, I don't have a copy of his, these are 2 cases, I don't have his files. The 2013 case?
Well,
2009,
There's 2 of them, that's all I know.
2015, I was in the Salvation Army.
what do you want to do?
Yes.
2 petty thefts. I don't know what it. I don't know what if there's restitution owed. I have no idea.
Judge, I have no idea either. Can I ask the state for maybe his priors?
See,
Yes, Judge.
but even if we know his priors, we don't even know there may be restitution owed here.
We could always order restitution reserved to his amount.
Okay, go ahead, state. Do you have any?
I just seen his. If anyone has.
The BCCN is 639397.
Last arrest in Broward was 2013. He's had quite a few though arrests. In 2013, that was for capias on an alcohol violation. I mean, just a lot of arrests here.
Not a sex offender, though?
I don't believe so.
Sir, would you like to resolve your case today?
Yes, I would, sir.
Plead no contest to both counts.
No contest, sir.
If you plead no contest, what I'm going to do is I'll withhold adjudication, but I'll reserve 60 days for the city of Fort Lauderdale to come back to have a hearing if they want to show that you owe somebody money for what you allegedly took. I have no idea.
Yes, sir.
Now, they probably won't do that, but if they do, you may be ordered to pay someone back, all right?
No problem, sir.
So you understand by pleading no contest, your case is over with today. We're not going to have a trial?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how do you plead, sir?
No contest.
I'll withhold adjudication, and I'll reserve 60 days for the state to come, for the city to come forth and show there's restitution need to be paid. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Okay, what about, how about John Johnson?
Present.
Sir, possession of paraphernalia. Court finds there's a warrant here. You want to, I mean, look, Mr. Landere, I'd just soon let him plead out the paraphernalia. Sir, you want to plead no contest to this charge today?
Mm-hmm.
You have to say.
Yes, I would, Your
Okay. Do you need me to appoint an attorney to help you with this? Or you just want to, can you go without an attorney?
No, I just want to get us out. It's a 90-day-old case.
Do you need an attorney to help you with this case?
No, I'd like to plead no contest, get the case resolved.
Okay, you understand the case is over with today? We're not going to have a trial?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, is that yes?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
I'll accept that. I'll withhold adjudication. Good luck, all right? Thank you.
All right.
Got it. There you go. Okay. How about Jeffrey Jones? Hey,
Here.
Mr. Jones. Hey.
Hey,
Order.
how you doing?
Yeah, good. It says you're panhandling back in 2011. Would you like to resolve it today? Plead no contest?
Yes, sir.
Now, sir, if you plead no contest, case is over with you. You're out of jail today. Now, do you need me to appoint an attorney to go over this with you and
No,
explain
sir. No, sir. I comprehend.
Are you okay going without an attorney?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How do you plead, sir?
No contest, sir.
Okay, I'm going to withhold adjudication. Good luck, sir. Thank you. All right?
Thank you.
Yes, sir. You see Edwin Garrity?
Yes, sir.
Sir, possession of paraphernalia, Mr. Garrity. Would you like to resolve this case today?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Sir, how do you, hold on. Mr. Garrity, do you still live on 123rd Court in Miami?
No, sir.
Where do you live in
No,
now?
Your Honor.
Where do you live now?
I was staying out of the Broward BOC, Broward Outreach Center.
How
but
long,
they
have
had
you,
released
how long have you lived down here in South Florida?
my entire life.
Do you have any family down here?
Yes.
Where do they live? Which part of town?
I have a brother that stays in Orlando, a brother that lives in West Hollywood, and my mother stays at the address that you were speaking of earlier.
Let me ask you this. They said you're walking around City Hall aimlessly. You're living in a homeless shelter. Why don't you just
Now,
go ahead.
I was. I had left because my lady at the time had gotten back out on the streets, and I didn't want her
Well,
wandering
you're back out on the
her
streets
own.
again, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, why don't you just go with your mom or your brother? Why don't you just call them up and go back over there?
I've tried that. They won't allow me back in.
No?
Nah, they won't.
Okay. How far did you go in school?
11th grade.
Do you have any skills, any trades?
Yeah, I've done AC, construction, warehouse. Been a longshoreman for the Port Everglades.
Well,
I've done a lot of painting.
If I let you out of jail, where are you going to go?
I'm more than likely gonna go back to my friends and stay with him.
See, you couldn't do
Yeah,
that.
but you don't know whether that's going to work out, right?
No, if not, then I'm just gonna go back to the shelter.
I'm not talking about that.
What if I
You
get
couldn't
you in a
stay-
place where they can help you get a job and get back on your feet?
That would be great.
Hold on.
Yeah, but not here. You can't.
Here's the deal. I'll do one of two things for you. If you want to plead no contest, we can end the case today and you leave jail. Or your second option is I contacted the House of Hope. Have you ever heard of that?
No, sir.
It's a really good program in downtown Fort Lauderdale. I have friends who run it. And it's for people like you who want to get back on their feet. They maybe had a drug problem in the past. They want to get back on their feet. They give you a place to live. They feed you, and they get you somewhere to work. They help you get a job. They get back on your feet. Is that something you'd be interested in?
Yes, Your Honor.
The only thing is that we wouldn't work the case out today if you want to take that. I'd have you transferred to another jail, and you'd probably be in the jail a couple days, but they're going to fast track you to get you from there into the program. Is that what you would like to do?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
No.
That's okay.
Thank you, though.
You know, let me just say this. I think you're probably a nice guy. I think you're a nice young man. You know, sometimes people need a break. I'm trying to give you a break. Maybe I can help your life get back on the right track instead of drifting on the street. And, you know, for a couple days in jail, you may be there a couple days before they can get the paperwork together to get you in the House of Hope, but it may change the rest of your life. You know, you may look back on this and think, wow, that was a fork in the road and the judge got me going this way and it turned my life around. You know, but you still, I mean, if you think you want to get out of jail today, we can do that. It's up to you.
There are still a couple of things that I need to resolve before I go and do that.
All right. You want to work it out right now?
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
How do you plead, sir, to drug paraphernalia?
No contest.
You understand we're not going to have a trial. Do you need me to appoint an attorney to help you make this decision, or can you go without an attorney?
I'm okay.
Okay. So you plead no contest. Case will be over with today. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll accept that. I'll withhold adjudication, all right? Sir, if you change your mind after you're out of jail, you can contact me. You know my name. You see it on the sign right there?
Yes.
Contact my office, and maybe I can help you later on get into something, all right?
Thank you, Your
My
Honor.
secretary could make a call for you, maybe, all right? Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Have a good day.
Yes, sir, you too. Chad Lenseth.
Okay, we plead
Oh, no, Lynn bonded. Lynn still bonded. He bonded.
Bonded, okay.
I got one of two.
Who bonded?
Like.
good. Can I see Ralvin King? Mr. Ralvin King?
I'll remove this guy.
North Broward.
Ralvin King. Ralvin King.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How you
Mr.
doing,
Ralvin
sir?
King, you're charged with
Trespass.
You're the one for that too.
Okay, while you're here. Okay, Mr. King, how long?
Yes, sir.
You're here for trespassing.
Yes, sir.
Now, how long have you been in jail?
About 4 days, 4 or 5 days.
State, I think he's got a history, Judge Lerner. Do you notice that?
I'll check.
It's a trespassing. Sir, you're not allowed to go back to Shawanda Bryant's house. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Who is Shawanda? Is she related to you?
Somebody I have a child with. Yes.
Okay. State, does he have any priors? Or
Yes, Judge.
what do you have?
Judge, and what's this one? Looks like he has a.
He's got a VOP.
He has a VOP coming up.
What's he on probation for?
Can't tell if he handled it or not. He was on probation for petty theft. And maybe he handled it. It's hard to tell from this printout. But then he has a, let's see, 2013 trespass. I don't know where it was at, Judge. It's a state case.
Somebody else.
Then he had domestic violence battery. Adjudicated guilty, 2011. Criminal mischief, adjudicated guilty, 2011.
Were you working before you were in jail, sir?
Yes, sir.
What type of work were you doing?
I do moving, construction.
Do you have money? Do you have any money in the bank?
Yes, sir.
You don't want my opinion. It's all right. You guys should be going to the judges who the person.
I'm the number one, sir, currently.
I'm going to do this. I'm going to send this over to Judge Lerner Wren. I'm going to appoint Mr. Shate. I'm going to send you to Judge Lerner Wren, all right, sir?
I don't know, but Judge Cole's gonna lose his shit.
Mr. Ralvin King?
King, K-I-N-G.
Thank you, sir.
No, I just.
Okay, what about,
the judges, in my opinion, if I was in
How about,
probation, I'd say no more for your judge. It shouldn't be happening anymore. You're. Well, you fax a warrant.
Okay, now,
There's a
we
probation
have
officer
got
that
one more. That is Cedric Greer.
Have the judge please sign this Greer.
Copy, Your Honor.
Okay.
I mean, come on, you live in Broward County. It's not like, you know, we're in Alaska. You got to go to like the real place to get
Traffic, just ordinance soliciting traffic.
I already said that you didn't want to hear from me.
Soliciting and traffic. I think Mr. Greer, didn't I appoint you the other day?
Yeah. Also, that's the thing. You live in an electronic world. You can't scan a warrant and email it to the judge.
Yeah, he's got a long history.
If I was in, well, look, I'm not in
No,
charge. If I was in
the
charge,
offer was 30 days in jail. I sent it to the
if I was in
division.
charge, this is what would happen.
So I'm going to send this to the division judge. All right, thank you.
There's never going to be any issues.
Thank you, Mr. Greer.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, sir. If there's been a mistake, I have one charge, and it's a trespass, and it's $25, and I plead no contest. You told me time reserved that.
We're not going to take care of that today, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Shade, thank you. I'm going to take about a 5-minute break. I'll be right back, all right? Okay. Missy Joanna Story, Jerkota McNeil, Demetrius Gardner, Story, sir. Are we on? Yeah.
Paul Ryan, Judge.
Okay. Hold on one moment. All right. Okay. Do we have Joanna Story?
Is there anyone at Paul Ryan?
Paul Ryan?
Yeah, but
Paul Ryan.
Paul
Hello.
Ryan.
Paul Ryan,
Okay.
which one you need? Got two.
I need Joanna Story.
Joanna Store, we only have two back here.
I'm showing she's at North.
Okay, thanks. How about Joanna Story at North?
Now we gotta go through this again.
Oh, boy.
Probably at North Broward.
Okay. We're going to hold off for a few minutes on that.
Hey,
How about,
wait, Judge.
what?
Oh,
Do you
no,
have
he just-
Joanna Story up there?
Not in here.
No, we know. We're checking the North.
North Broward?
Your Honor, we're gonna look her up and see if we have her here.
10-4.
Okay. Miss McNeil, Jerkota McNeil?
Mr. McNeil's president, the main judge. Is it possible that this case is issued when Mr. McNeil was in custody up in Okeechobee County?
Well, even if that's the case, that's
Yeah.
it's not the
I
same
don't know.
exception if
Sir,
he's in County
you
Broward.
have a warrant for a traffic violation, and that's license suspended 2000. Thank you.
Any chance of resolving this, Judge?
No, sir, not today. Thank you. How about Demetrius Gardner? Mr. Gardner, you have a warrant on traffic. That is $2,000, sir. Thank you. How about Ian Valkenberg? Valkenberg?
President, the main judge. Any chance of resolving this one?
Let me see here. Sir, would you like to resolve your case today, Mr. Van Valkenberg?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead, sir?
No contest.
Do you understand we're not gonna? What's
I got
that?
it. He might be on probation.
Is he?
That's what I'm checking.
Are you on probation?
If he's on probation, just, we're not gonna work it out.
I'm checking. Yeah, it looks like he got put on probation for a year for battery on January 20th.
Okay. Sir, your bond's $25 on count one. Thank you. How about
Thank you, Judge.
How about Mr. Frederick Barnes, Matthew Phillips, and Steve Strobridge?
Conti.
Conti, Your Honor.
Sir, count 6, 7, and 8, selling cocaine. What's count 1 through 5?
One moment, Judge.
I got one guy coming right now. Oh, I gotta put it in there. You should.
Counts 1 through 5 are. Actually, it's mostly misdemeanors. There was a DWS habitual. He was county sentenced. He's in custody. His expected release date is March 16th.
Sir, your bonds can be $2,500 per count. Thank you. Okay. Matthew Phillips.
Decline PD.
Sir, possession of a controlled substance, count 1, reckless driving, count 2, drug paraphernalia, count 3, tampering with evidence, count 4, license suspended, count 5.
He's out on a possession of cocaine.
He's out on a cocaine. What's the case number?
14-8581 CF10.
81 CF10?
Yes, Judge.
Got it. Okay. Sir, I'm going to set your bond at $2,300 today. Revoke the bond you're out on, 14-8581 CF10. Thank you. Okay, Steve Strobridge.
Yes, President Domain.
Mr. Strobridge, failed to wear a safety belt, possession of cannabis, tampering with evidence, possession of cocaine. Count 2, 3, and 4, 100, 1,000, 1,000. Count 6, no driver's license is count 6 is there is no DL. That's 25. Count 7 and 8, those are warrants. Thank you, sir. No bond.
Thank you, Judge.
How about Dwayne Butler, Jacob
we have an
Sagat,
argument.
Gregory Oliver,
Judge, we have an argument with regard to Mr. Butler.
Okay, what's that?
Well, regarding the count 2, the burglary, it would appear that Mr. Butler's car was being repossessed at the time of this alleged event. So anything that would have been inside of this vehicle would have necessarily been his property. They're saying he had it, that they're trying to accuse him of having stolen the vehicle's ignition key, which doesn't make sense because if they're towing the car, they're repossessing it, they're not going to have a key. So I'll think, looking at the totality of the circumstances, I can understand the criminal mischief charge. That makes sense. I can understand perhaps a trespass of a conveyance charge. That makes sense. But again, there's no crime that he would have been committed by going into that car and removing property that belonged to him. So I'd argue there's no PC here.
Your Honor, this is a not in custody filed information. Deputy Chambers had probable cause to make the arrest pursuant to the capias that was lawfully issued by the clerk's office.
Let me ask you this.
Judge,
wait, hold on, just one moment. Does he have priors?
Checking that right now, Your Honor.
If he does have priors,
Your Honor.
If he does have priors, I'm going to release him. So, and then we'll.
Thank you, Judge.
Oh.
No priors, Judge.
So I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. All right, good luck.
Thank you.
Do me a favor. Stick this over there. It'll be for tomorrow. Perfection.
Hold on. Okay. Now, I see Dwayne Butler. Okay, we took care of Dwayne. Jacob Sagat.
We have an argument.
You don't even need to. It's a total lack of information. There's nothing
Thank
there.
you, Judge.
So, I'm going to go ahead and reset this for tomorrow afternoon, Thursday p.m.
Thank you, Judge.
Yep. There you go. What about Gregory Oliver?
Sit down. I'll explain to you what's going on. He's hiring John Weeks, Judge.
Okay. We have Mr. Weeks' telephone number.
One moment, Your Honor.
What's your name? Yeah, he lost somebody.
Okay, so let her know.
You're out on the phone.
I got a blow.
Whatever you're out on. Okay. What's the condition?
954-463-1211.
They seem to weigh your bond in the old case. You got a bond in the new case.
But I can't get out.
Until you resolve the old case. Okay? All right. All right, and what happened with you is...
Hey, Mr. Weeks. Hey, Judge Hurley, we got your client in here, Greg Oliver. Are you, you want to stop by? Well, yeah, do you know Gregory Oliver?
I think it's Olivier.
Olivier? Olivier?
Okay? And if they do bring it in,
Okay, does this defendant have any priors?
Resisting without violence from 2012.
Yeah. I'm just gonna get a photo order for you real quick. Hey, Judge.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. On Siget, page 11, can we get a photo order for him? I'm gonna hire John Wilson. I bond out. Okay.
Okay, does he have any priors?
So resisting without violence, 2012.
All right, sir, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. Thank you. How about
State would object to ROR.
Steve Fibershoff? David Fibershoff.
David Fibershoff's present at the main, Judge.
Sir, count one is a battery. Court finds probable cause. Your bond's $1,000. No contact to Deborah Hatch. Count two, probation violation. No bond. Thank you. How about Michael Whalen?
What does no contact with Deborah Hatch mean?
It means you can't go within 500 feet of
Yeah,
your...
you have to stay away from her. Michael Whalen?
He's present at the main, Your Honor.
Sir, possession of methamphetamine. Court finds probable cause. Steve, do you have any priors on this gentleman?
Trish, do you have anything? Neither do I. I don't have anything on him either, and he's not in the system, and I can get, information, but it's going to take me a few minutes.
Phillips is done, right? You had to do this guy? That's the one that was right behind us. You saw Phillips, right? He's done? Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, man, you can go outside.
Any priors?
Judge, it's going to take me a few minutes. He's not in the system because he's been reset so many times. And Sheila, do you have his paperwork? Michael Whalen, because his social security number was not entered into the system correctly. No, I just need his social. I'm not showing any priors.
Okay. Sir, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance today. You have to go to pretrial release. Go ahead. Hold on. What's your address, sir?
1539 Northeast 32nd Street, Overland Park.
1539 what?
Northeast 32nd Street, Overland Park.
Okay. And do you have a zip code there?
33334.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do pending verification.
Repeat the zip, please.
33334.
Yeah, I'm going to release some ROR. I'm going to do pending, all right?
You're putting him on free trial, yes, Judge?
Yeah, well, I'm going to do pending. Let him verify the address, all right?
And, okay.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Sir.
North Broward has Joanne.
Okay. Ma'am, possession of cocaine,
Yes.
count 1. Count 2, resisting arrest. Count 3 is out of Dade County child support hold, ma'am. Does this defendant have any prior state?
One moment, Judge. Resisting without violence out of date 08. Prostitution, date 06. Possession of marijuana, date 06. Yes, date. Paraphernalia, possession of cocaine, date 04. Possession of cocaine, paraphernalia, date 04. Paraphernalia, out of date 03.
Ma'am, your bond's 1,000 on count 1. Count 3 is 1,000. Thank you. Okay. Now we've got some cases that rolled from. How about Mr. Roderick Bacon? Got it.
North Broward, Your Honor. Come on, Mr. Bacon. I'll have us stand on. Good day, fellas. Yeah.
Hello? Hello? Yes.
Okay.
Hey, is this your cell? Hey, I'm in court. Can I give you a call and take it out? Thank you. No problem.
Okay. State.
Yes, Judge.
You got it's burglary with a battery.
Yes, Judge.
Do you have any? Okay. Are you seeking a foreclosed
Yes,
bond and
Judge.
release conditions?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Just could you please give us a brief?
Yes, Your Honor.
Proffer.
I'm relying upon the supplemental report that was prepared by Officer McCrae, January 31st, which outlines what he was informed of by the Yenny Matos, who's one of the residents of the home. She advised that while she and the other victim, Javier Felipe, were asleep, they heard a loud noise coming from the front window of the residence. They walked from the bedroom where they saw the defendant in their home. She advised at that point that both the defendant and Felipe engaged in a physical altercation inside the residence. That would satisfy the battery element. Obviously, he did not have permission. There was no permission for him to enter, and I believe that's stated in the reports that he had no permission to enter. Your Honor, he then, it states that the defendant then went to a neighbor's home where the alleged aggravated assault occurred. The police showed up and he was still at the scene there. They brought both Ms. Matos and Felipe there, and they identified him as the person that broke into their home and engaged in a physical activity with Mr. Felipe.
Okay. Are you representing this defendant, sir?
No, sir.
Okay. Any comment from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, the court's going to find proof evident, presumption great. Count one, sir.
And Your Honor, I'm sorry. If
Go ahead.
before moving on, I'd ask to be heard as far as count two.
Okay, proof evident, presumption great. Count one. Do you have any comment about count one, Mr.?
I would ask the court to be oppressed and exercise its discretion and set a bond in this matter.
Okay. Pursuant to Preston and Keel, K-E-E-L, out of the 4th DCA, court will not set a bond today. Go ahead, State.
Your Honor, as far as count two is in his criminal history, he was arrested in 2013 for a domestic violence battery. It was declined. The allegations in that case is that he was under the influence of alcohol at the time of the alleged incident. 2005, possession of cocaine with a VOP. Trespass 04, possession of cocaine with intent to sell or distribute 2000. Unlawful use of false name identity 2000. Possession of cocaine 95 with the VOP. Your Honor, my concern and the reason I'm seeking a significant bond increase on count two is the allegations are, and by his own admission, that Mr. Bacon was under the influence of flock at the time of this incident, that he allegedly broke into one person's home and attacked that person,
Right.
then went to another person's home, pulled this woman out of her home, swung at her with a lawnmower blade that was still by his person when the police arrived there. Luckily, he missed, or she was able to avoid it, and was able to get back in her home and call the police.
Sir, based on the facts of the case, the court's going to set count two at $50,000, and the court's going to order no contact with Ms. Matos, Mr. Felipe, Ms. Daniels, directly or indirectly. Stay 500 feet from all of them. Thank you. Can I help you, sir? Which case are you here on?
Your Honor, excuse me. Your Honor, I'm Pete Stamus. I have Elton Jones. Elton Jones. Not on the
Give me
docket
a
today,
quick
of course.
moment.
Down anyways.
Oh, all right. Which case are you here on?
Judge, I have Elton Jones. Of course, he's not on the docket today.
Okay, he's not on the docket.
Judge,
Okay.
you just spare me about 3 minutes. I can just give you the short story here.
Okay, go ahead.
Mr. Jones has a case pending in front of Judge Merrigan. On Friday, Judge Merrigan executed orders releasing Mr. Jones on pretrial release level 1 with an ELMO. Specifically, the basis for the motion was to attend his sister's funeral, which was
Right.
Saturday. Signs the orders. Mr. Jones is released. My fault, my screw up, as I've been reminded about every 5
Okay.
minutes, was that in the orders, when I prepared them, I put the basis for granting pretrial level 1 in the order, which was to attend the funeral.
Right.
To wrap it up.
Let me go back. Okay, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, so, fact of the matter is that when he was released Saturday morning, to be fitted with the monitor, the officer that fitted him with the monitor looked at my orders. After Pamela Coleman, I went over it with Officer Coleman and gave her the details for the funeral and the court notices and so on. The officer that fitted him with the monitor instructed him, go to the funeral and come back here by 6 o'clock tonight.
Right.
My client, following instructions, the second set of instructions, came back and turned himself in where he sits in the main jail right now.
Okay.
All those confinement status says pretrial level 1. The orders say pretrial level 1. He's being held in custody at the Broward Jail, and I suppose it's a Scrivener's error on this order that...
How do you feel, Mr.
I have no reason to doubt. I mean, what?
What? Okay.
I mean, I don't have any reason to doubt Mr. Stamos. I wasn't there.
I didn't think it was necessary to execute another order, but as the pretrial let me know, nothing can happen at the jail without some kind of an order, so...
Okay, so do you have an order, proposed order?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you want to give it to me?
Yes, sir.
So let me see what it
State,
says.
Are all those second looks on the felonies?
It's cool with me. I'm sorry, Judge?
Are those 30 days on the felonies today?
I believe, I don't know if they're all 30 days. I know, 1, 2, oh, yeah, they're all 30 days. One was downfiled to a misdemeanor.
All of them are what?
They're all 30 days. One was downfiled to a misdemeanor.
Are they all filed?
One was filed as a misdemeanor. The rest haven't been filed. Or actually, 2 are downfiled. One is.
So
I'm
I
gonna have
can
no
release
objection.
all of them, right?
I'm sorry.
I can release all of them.
Well, no, I'm gonna have an objection. One was downfiled to a battery.
Okay.
Hi,
Here are your orders. There you go.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
Is-
Now
I'll be typing out all my prepared orders from now
Can see
on.
no problem.
the office today?
Scrivener's there. I
There
should
you
be
go.
scribing anything.
It's Eric Linder.
Now I'm going to go to.
No, it's okay. Yeah, it's all right. Thank you. Bye. I thought he just kept his bond the same. Wow. What I guess they're saying is if you keep the, I'm not even, you know what?
It's very disheartening when you're making an argument and you look over at Carl. Because he's
Well,
Okay, so state which ones can we ROR on the felony?
how much longer are you going to be around here? I'm sorry, Your Honor?
Yes.
I'm sorry, you asked.
Which one can we ROR?
They all can. Willis Woods is downfiled to a misdemeanor, and
Which ones don't you want to ROR?
Willis Woods.
Okay, so the other ones could be ROR'd, right?
Yes, and only yes.
Okay, so
And Jeff Davis, Jeff Davis on the misdemeanor docket
right.
was a felony 30-day motion.
Right.
We downfiled to a petty theft. I have no objection to him being ROR'd. He just has to be advised that Jeff Davis is on the misdemeanor docket.
Okay. Now, the following people, please step forward. Keith Brown.
Right here.
You're going to be released on your own recognizance. Thank you, Mr. Brown. Breon
Yes,
Clark.
sir. Thanks, Brown. Out the door.
Breon Clark. So you're going to be released on your own recognizance. Thank you. How about Angelo Duque?
Contact facility, Your Honor.
Sir, you're going to be released on your own recognizance. You're going to be released RR. Thank you. How about Arthur Northcutt? Arthur Northcutt? Arthur Northcutt, you're going to be released on your own recognizance today. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir.
Okay. Now, Willis Woods, where's Willis Woods?
How are you?
Hi, Mr. Woods. Apparently, the state of Florida has filed a misdemeanor on you for battery. State.
If you, I can give you the case number.
What was the original bond?
Well, it's automatically going to go down to. They'll put the convenience bond, which is $1,000 on it.
You have an objection to a $1,000 bond?
No.
Sir, your bond's going to go to $1,000 now, Mr. Woods. All right. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
15.
No, it's got a new case number.
It's got a new case number. Thank you,
The case
sir.
number is 151999 CF10A.
Okay.
Sheila, why don't you
Now,
listen?
where's Jeff Davis? Who do you have next to you, Mr. Miller?
It's
North
Mr.
Broward.
Sains, Your
Is it
Honor,
North
for a
Broward?
second look docket.
Okay,
That's,
just give me a moment.
Hi.
North
Yes,
Broward,
sir.
Mr. Jeff Davis.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you're going to be released on your own recognizance today, all right?
Your Honor,
Yes.
you have to, if you
Yes,
could
sir.
advise him, we did file misdemeanor charges. He's going to have to
Sir,
show
they
up in
filed a
court.
misdemeanor on you, so you'll have to come back to court, all right?
I'll be released over that.
Yeah, you're going to be released. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
What
Yes,
about
sir.
Jeff Davis?
Right here.
No, we took care of that. Sorry. Who do you have next to you, Mr. Miller?
Your Honor, this is Vincent Sands. He tells me he's in on a misdemeanor possession charge. He wants to resolve it if you're so inclined. He's been in for a few days. 4 days? 4 days, sir. 4 days.
Sir, do you already have a violation? You're on probation, right?
Say it again, sir.
You're on probation right now. Am I correct?
Are you on probation right now on another case?
No, I have two.
What's
yeah,
on
no, I have
probation on the other case for?
possession of cannabis.
So do we have the two case numbers? Got that, but do we have the other VOP? Oh, okay, got it. They're both for cannabis? So would you
Yes.
like to resolve both your violations of probation today?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to admit you violated probation?
Yes, sir.
You admit you violated probation, you're not going to have a final hearing, you're not going to have your day in court. Both cases are over with today. I'm going to revoke time served on both. Is that what you want me to do?
Yeah, you know it's going to cost you your driver's license for a year, right?
Not necessarily.
You're
I'll
making
be able to get
No,
out
was he
today.
adjudicated on both of them?
Why can't you
Before?
get them on time,
Well,
Mr. Secretary? You do realize we're not talking about 7
I'll
minutes, we're
revoke
talking about
probation on
we're
both,
talking about
specifically
6
order
hours and
that
75
if there's a
minutes and
withhold
55
adjudication, it
minutes.
remains in
You're the only
effect, all
person
right?
that does this, man.
Now, is there a new case, Your Honor, or is that just the
No,
VOP?
it takes both, takes care of both of them. Sir,
So
do
we
you-
have nothing else holding as
Right.
far as you know, right?
Right. Sir, do you admit you violated probation?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll revoke time
From
served on
9 in the
both. Thank
morning
you.
till 2:55 minutes.
Thank you, Judge.
Figure out
Sure.
who your people are and get them to your secretary.
Okay,
that's all. What's the guy and what's the case
Jermaine
number?
Sands. Where's Sands?
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Bye.
What about Virtus Val? Virtus Val.
No problem, sir.
You're welcome. Okay.
Yeah, don't-
Virtus Val trespassing, sir. Court finds probable cause. Are there any, okay. Sir, you want to just plead no contest, Mr. Val, to trespassing today?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. How do you plead, sir?
No contest.
Is this what you want to do? Because if you do, I'll just withhold adjudication and be out of jail today. Is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How do you plead, sir?
No contest.
I'll withhold adjudication. Thank you. Okay, what about George Stafford? George Stafford?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Stafford? Sir, disorderly conduct and trespassing. Would you like to resolve those today?
Yes, Your Honor.
How do you plead to those two charges, sir?
Well, in my heart of hearts, I believe I'm not guilty. I was an asshole, but I don't think you can arrest someone for being an asshole. But I'm not going to stand on that as legal ground to get out of this. I'm willing to plead no contest if you'll allude to no adjudication.
Sir, how do you plead to these two charges?
Well, I'm not sure how you're going to respond to my
Well,
plea, but I'll
sir-
plead no contest, Your Honor.
Okay, sir, I'm going to withhold adjudication. Do you understand your case is over with today? We're not going to have a trial. We're not going to appoint an attorney.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
How do you plead?
No contest, Your
Yeah,
Honor.
withhold adjudication, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We took care of Jeff Davis. Yes. Jermaine Sands was, hold on. They didn't show up, I don't think, right? There you go. That's a wrap, right? Okay, everyone. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. I gotta get out of here.
What? Yeah. So what? So you tell me what you want me to put. I know, but no, it's a filed case though. He is out on that now.
Excuse me? Yeah. I gotta get out of here. I got a family issue I gotta take care of.
No, I'm not. You know what? No, I'm not. Here, hold on. Because no, I'm not going to be responsible for him not getting game time because the jail has an issue with its data. I'm not participating in that. And we're voting a guy on one count, and then he's not getting game time on the second count. It doesn't matter. There's always release conditions, even if you never.
Okay, I gotta go. I got a family issue.
Okay, then we're going to take care of it tomorrow. I'm not going to do that. You know what? I got it. This is insane. I can't deal with this shit.
Something didn't get signed, that's just, hey, it's just gonna be in jail. But the morning isn't just bad. That's just like the one, they already COC down from misdemeanor with a $25 bond. So he still has to go over it because the order is gonna say he's RR on a felony case. And there's a $25 bond on the COC, so.
Who are you talking about?
It's already magistrated, was it Jeff?
Just make a note on it. We'll take care of it tomorrow morning.
Jeff Davis, it was already COC for $25. So he's still not going to go. What we doing? Because your order is a felony case saying RR. Jeff Davis is RR.
Well, what about his? But well, wait a minute. That doesn't make sense. Jeff Davis is only on the misdemeanor docket.
Right, that's all I thought he was on the felony.
The only case Jeff Davis had was on the misdemeanor docket. 151910 MM10A. So shouldn't there have been an order for the misdemeanor case?
Did he leave already? Is he gone?
What are you still doing here? Are you waiting for paperwork or something?
Yes.
Okay, because I was gonna say we're done. Wait, are we done?
Yes.
All right, because it's still we're still on.
Turn it off.
You turn it off. I'm doing work here. You're just sitting there.
Are we still streaming?
I don't know.
She went to go get a signature from Judge Hurley.